Destiny 2 is dead. And on that day, as I was streaming, this message prompted me to talk about it for a while. And I did. This is from a Twitch VOD since I wasn't recording at the time, so the quality is kinda poor. So, letting you know now, there isn't much editing that needs to be looked at. There'll be some context or screenshots shown. It also has one audio track since it's a VOD, so you will hear Warframe gameplay in the background too. Kind of ironic that that's also the game I'm playing. But overall, you can just sit back and listen to it, and I may pop in to clarify some things and show some more things. Still, for the next 30 minutes, strap in for some thoughts that I've had about Destiny 2 throughout the years. When D2 died, I was just waking up, looked at my phone and saw it and was a little happy. And then I saw the Helldivers 2 and Warhammer crossover and I'm like, what the f*** and why? Especially with how mad the community is at that game right now, brother. That's not what we're supposed to be doing right now. Like, ooh, yikes. My friend was not happy with the car. I'm like, the writing was kind of on the wall, I can't lie. Especially the low player count, no information, not a zip 0, them focusing on Marathon, them losing $756 million as a company to sell for. They're like going down to like 3.3 billion to be sold for, but who the f is gonna buy them right now? Also, I need to activate this or I'm out of luck. Like, them just appreciating the value, them probably showing some stuff to Sony. Maybe if it gets even worse for Marathon, they get assimilated into Sony. Like, that Vince McMahon meme where he's just like, Warframe Pilot, both D1 and D2? Dude, you're so right. And I was thinking about that earlier, too. Just do content for players in the process. True! Dude, one of the main reasons, like, so I played D2 from, like, beginning to Season of Arrivals. I stopped there, but I played Beyond Light right after that. And I'm like, dude, this game is just getting worse and worse and worse. I don't want to play it anymore. I just see what's happening and it's getting worse. I hated the sunsetting. I hate the Destiny content vault. It's taking away from me that I bought. And even, guess what? I can say that because, actually, no, I think my friend... So I game shared with a friend for a while for it, and then he got me the Legendary Edition because it wouldn't share the Forsaken DLC together. And then I bought us the Season Pass, and then we played it. And then it's just, then I bought Beyond Light. No, I bought Shadowkeep. Yeah, I bought Shadowkeep. And it just kept getting worse. Like, Shadowkeep was one, like, Shadowkeep, Forsaken was my peak, but Shadowkeep, like, it was like, immediate little bit, like, oh, it's a little bit of hype, and then boom, we're back and down in the trenches. The seasonal model, taking away content, you have to play the seasons in order to know the story. I came back and played, like, I didn't play the seasons in Beyond Light, bro. I didn't play that shit at all. I come back in Witchgreen, I'm like, why the f are we friends with the Cabal? Who the f Keitel? And why? Why are there fallen in the tower? What are we doing? What is happening? Well, if you played this season, well, I can't. And it's not the job of YouTubers to have people keep up with the story. It should be on the game developers that are putting the content into the game to keep the story in the game. There's a timeline thing. Well, it doesn't explain. It's like a little synopsis. I hate it. It's not good. It's not good. It had stopped being a really good game after a while in the story. God, I hate the seasonal model of Destiny 2 and how they became. Sunsetting was my least favorite thing in the entire game. Destiny content were behind it. Them just leaving content to rot like Gambit was the worst. What else? The systems behind it, the gearing system kind of just did whatever. They changed mods around so mods and mod systems so many times that it was really dumb. There's another system. The power system, like, is cool and all, but, like, if you keep every new season, you keep bringing everyone up to the max light it was last season, it's like, what the point of farming it if everyone just gets up to that light? Like, I had characters that were the max light each season, and I never played the game. It's like, dog, what are we on? For content and making gear worse. Yeah, and then reintroducing said gear later in paid content. I'm just like, are we not serious? We're not serious. We're dead serious. What the f? Like, you're choking me. This is so stupid. My Duke Mark 44 became obsolete instantaneously when Sunsetting came out. And it's like, okay. Me, I guess. Because, like, the thing is, it's not, like, what I've always said is it's not a stat stick. None of these guns are stat sticks. They all operate differently from each other. Unlike almost any other MMO ever. Unless there's, like, random rolls on shit. Like, dog. Final Fantasy XIV is a stat stick sword. The sword just looks different from the other one, and its stats are just better. It doesn't function any differently. Technically, if you want to get into a case-by-case scenario, there are swords that function differently from others, because one gives a buff of critical hit, and the other one gives a buff. Is it direct hit? Or it's like, no, it's tenacity or direct hit, I think, if I'm not wrong. But even then, I think they've gone away from that, and they just keep swords the same now, so it's like, they're just stat sticks. Pretty sure World of Warcraft has some rules on certain weapons, but they're generally contained to that weapon anyway, so you're just rolling on the same thing, kind of like a ribbon. Other than that, I haven't played many other MMOs, but I can tell you RPGs are definitely not in that category. But it's like, it's so dumb. It's always been so dumb to me. And then, like, what if the next season doesn't, like, give a quote-unquote replacement to the thing you liked last season? It's like, okay, well, I guess I can't hold this for this next 2 seasons. I'll have to wait for a little while to replace it. Whoop-de-doo-da-day to me. I hate it. It's so stupid. Oh, and then my other least favorite thing was the exotic kiosk. Like, dude, you're gonna sunset an entire raid and just put the exotic in the kiosk? What about all the people who farmed it? Like, I'm fine with, like, moving it. Like, you're gonna sunset the activity. Cool. However, move it to an activity that is either equal in difficulty or requires grind, instead of just a passive grind in a new raid. Like, this is so insulting. This is so dumb. People farmed for, like, literally so many hours because the RNG was so dumb per week, per character, to try and get that weapon. Not only did you nerf it, it's in a kiosk. Like, are we serious? Oh, and then, like, sometimes you don't even have to do the whole raid. You could just go get a chest at the beginning of the raid to get currency for it. It's so dumb. I hate it. It's some of the stupidest decisions they've ever made. I mean, like, the best case scenario is they just keep raid in the game, but no. And, like, the funny thing is, like, they don't even keep the raid in the game, but they add up raids from D1 in the game. And I'm like, dog, you're not even gonna keep your own raids you made in this game. You're gonna put D1 raids. Why? I don't get the putting D1 raids in the game either. I probably have to read some blog posts, but, like, why? And not even that, no Siva. Like, we're done with Siva. And then no Wrath of the Machine, even though it's like, like, what are we doing? I hate it. I have so many gripes. And like, gripes with, like, the story and how it became, like, we're just exposition dumping in each season with a bunch of paragraphs for character. They don't say anything, they barely say anything, and then it's a bunch of paragraph. It's like, just give me a book. Like, please. And it's like, do I have to read this book to understand it even more? And, like, I like the addition of darkness and that stuff. Like, that was really fun and really cool. And then, like, changing the systems entirely. Oh, and then, like, so I spent so much time in Forsaken in the Well of Light getting my subclasses and all those levels, and then they just give it to you.
Contamination is getting out of hand. Start holding your breath.
What the f are we on? I spent so much time getting those, I think it was feathers or seeds of light, to unlock the new subclasses in the expansion, and you just give it to everyone. Okay, what the f was the point? I don't agree with them giving out the stuff for free. I'm fine if they make it easier. I always am fine with making something easier if it is an arduous or really annoying task. However, what they did with this and just giving it out to people for free is really stupid. Anyway, that's what I wanted to say about that. There's so many, and like, it's like, you can blame executives and shit for a lot of mistakes, and that's very true. My question is, did a executive actually decide to be like, hey, you know the thing that the players farm for? Let's just put it in a kiosk. Or hey, let's just give it to them. It's like, what have we done? Someone just something like that, right? They get praised, while a bunch gets hated on for it. Well, the thing is, they didn't take it away from the activity or make it extremely hard or like extremely easier. It's not. It's a fair thing. That's why I said with the. I hate the decision that they, because like it's not like they took it out of the activity and put it into a currency thing. They kept it in the activity. They just made it a little bit easier to get. Like that's fine. Like I'm completely fine with that. There's like no qualms about it. They got rid of the activity, put it in a thing for a currency that you get through another activity, and like you don't even have to try. It's like, you know when you're going to get it, it's guaranteed. Instead of the people who farmed it, and it's like that the Brayton Vandal, Leno Vandal, they still have to farm it. I am joking. I hate you. Made me. I hate you. I was about to go on a whole tirade until I saw that. God, it's just so dumb. It's just so dumb. Like, and this is why I also like gravitated towards Warframe increasingly, because like I started in 2016, but I was also still playing Destiny at that time, and then like slowly as Destiny was like sucking, I became more and more into this game, and this is why I really like it now. Even though there are like obviously the 3-day wait time, a lot of the grind really sucks, yada yada. It's a free-to-play game. It's gonna have some stuff like that, obviously. It's like there is some things to criticize about it, of course, but it's so much better. It's just not the same game. There's nothing like Destiny, in my opinion. There's really nothing you can go to get that Destiny feeling. To Nintendo rage bait you down. Well, it worked. When I'm passionate about something, I'm gonna get frustrated easily. Cause like here's the thing, I'm like Bungie for all that they've done. Who's to really blame for it? I don't know. Some rank and file dev could have made the decision to do this. Some game lead could have done this. But some people just want to blame the executives. So it's like, okay, yeah, you can blame the executives for a lot. But is the executive making the decision to sunset everything? Balance it in certain ways, like the recluse and the mountaintop? Like, are we dead right now? Like, it's just like, yeah, executives deserve a lot of the blame, especially for monetization stuff, including the Eververse having more items than getting in the actual game, especially for cosmetics and raids and stuff, but you know, talking about that, I guess. So, there's just a lot I can talk about. Dude, Destiny 2 just sucks. Started sucking for a while. Even the back, and like, it just sucks. In the story, it sucks. It was really good. Peaked at Forsaken. My enjoyment peak was the seasons after Forsaken as well, because I thought it was getting really good. And then Shadowkeep, it was like, oh, I'm at the peak. Started Shadowkeep, and it went down. That's just how I think it is. They had something, and then they just did it. And now we're gonna see what happens with Marathon, and if Marathon survives, it survived longer than Concord. It barely gets above 10,000 players a day. Let's see what happens. End of story. Like, the worst case scenario, obviously Bungie gets assimilated, but you know. I have one friend that has continued to play it like every season. Dude, he was upset when he got in the car today when I took him to work. Oh my god. He was more upset in like the angry part. It was like, what are they doing? What the what? And I'm like, yeah, it was gonna happen. The writing was kind of on the wall. Oh no, they also fumbled Trials of Osiris like extremely heavily in Trials of the Nine and Gambit. They're over Gambit. So hard. It was insane. They just decided, no updates. I was like, okay. I like it. I like Gambit. I did the whatchamacallit, the title Dredgen farm before it was nerfed or buffed, I guess. It's kind of weird, where it's like it's like a nerf to the number but a buff to us. So like they nerfed it but it's buffing us. I don't know. It's a burf. Nerf for the game, buff for us. We only have to reset once instead of 3 times in a season, which I fucking did to get my final one. I played the absolute out of it, and dude, I have so many screenshots of like me just being better than my teammates every match, except for like a few. Like, I was the Gambit nerd. The only thing I didn't do was invade, and even when I was forced to invade, because none of one of my team wanted to invade sometimes, I was like, all right, here's my kills. Like, if you just please kill things in deposit notes. Like, oh my god. haha, what are we doing? Depositing 4 motes. Like, hey, what are we doing? Like, the amount of screenshots I took. They're all gone now because of Xbox's game DVR. So that's fun. Destiny was a bad game, and we knew it was coming over time. I don't even know about the recent stuff, because people do not like some of the recent stuff with the directory and the, no, not the directory, the, I don't know what the f it's called, because I stopped playing, like, right after Lightfall. I mean, I played Witch Queen, but just right after Witch Queen, I didn't play anything after that. What's it called? I don't remember. It's like the directory, but it's not. The directory is like the planets, and it's the I don't know what the fuck it is. It's something. Oh, and the fact that in the lawsuit that they had with that one guy who was like, the Destiny 2 Red War story is way too similar to mine. Which is like, okay, man. Like, I don't know how you're gonna win that lawsuit. Like, genuinely, like, I'm gonna be real. That's a very, very hard thing to prove. And even then, I'll be like, like, I'm not even on Bungie's side most of the time, but it's like, I don't think Bungie's gonna lose this either. But the fact that they couldn't even provided their own build for Red War, the campaign that they made, because they didn't have it anymore, or would have to remake it for the current engine? Insane. They brought other people's YouTube videos, like My Name is Biff, or Bife. Are we serious? That's so embarrassing. That's so embarrassing for them. That's not even their own shit. They can't even bring it because they don't have a build. Like, it's so insane. Like as a company, you don't save every build you've ever made. Like, I'm sorry. Like, you don't have like one computer that stores it. You don't have like a master computer, master drive, or anything. Like, what the dude? That's insanity to me, at least. There's so many mishaps of Bungie. It's insane how badly they fumbled the ball. But it's like, again, who made those decisions? It's not like I know who made those decisions. They're just really decisions. Yeah, it's so dumb. It's ridiculous. Like, I can get deleting your majority of builds off of a lot of computers, so it's like you don't need it anymore. It's taking up space. You don't have a master or a backup, or it's like, okay, this is the finished build or product. We're not shipping it anymore, but we have it because it's our history. We made it. We programmed it. We did all of that stuff. That's fine. Bingo, bango, bongo. Like, you don't need it on every computer. That's fine. Make space, make new content. You don't have any of it? Drive Destiny. Yeah, pre-release build. Obviously, because, like, I know there's a guy named Stippo who does, like, Dead Rising stuff. Like, very heavily chronicling Dead Rising stuff of the first game. And, like, he pretty much has every build of the game or stuff like that. Because I know when I say every build, it's going to be difficult because there's going to be stuff like, okay, they added like paint to this gun. How does it everything else regarding this gun? How does it fuck up this? How does it fuck up that? That's a build. Next build, they added 2 more guns. That's a build. If it was the release product or what is it called? Like market products build, then yes, save that one at the very least. But you have none of them? Yeah. You changed why it's broken? Yeah. Just not having Red War at all. It's not even like no one at Bungie was like, hey, I want to like preserve this. We worked on it. It's like, it's cool. I'm proud of what we worked on. Nope, it's gone. What the? Even then, it's like you can have because like I'm pretty sure when you update the engine, you don't just immediately take everything off of it. Like obviously when they update the engine, if what they said is true about if they had to reproduce it entirely, they probably updated the engine past that. That's probably a case I'd accept, where it's like, okay, we've updated the engine so much that we don't actually have any more things to be able to put it back on. So we would have to redo the engine in order to get back to that point. So to me, if that is the case, that's fine, because I don't know anything about engines and shit. I don't know if like you can like backport an engine to a certain point, or if I stumbled upon this. Backport an engine to a certain point, or if you can have multiple versions of the same engine. I mean, I know there's like Unity and stuff, and I don't know if you can. I mean, well, you can. There's different versions of RPG Maker, but I don't know if they've done that. That's the major question. Because it's like you can have different versions of RPG Maker, making different RPGs on RPG Maker. You can obviously use like Unreal Engine 3, Unreal Engine 4. I don't know if you can backport in those specifically. There's a lot of variables in terms of that, if that is the case, which I'm going to. I will give the benefit of the doubt to that. I would like, if that's the case, okay, cool, that's fine. Updating your engine to keep on your current standards, not having to upload an older engine, boom, bam, bomb. That's fine. I'm chill to that. Out of services is insane. That's also a possibility, but at the same time, they don't need server space to run a version of the build that they were testing on. That's what I don't get. You can still show it if you were running things to test on. But then you test the whole campaign off engine before you put it on engine, and then you, put it on server, and then you put it like, it's so dumb. I don't know. It's really unfortunate. It's unfortunate and dumb. Okay, well, you're talking about the Destiny content vault. Sunsetting is like a whole different thing, but it's basically sunsetting content, yes. So the reason for Destiny content vaulting was like the file size would get too big. That was their whole reasoning. So we're just gonna remove from the game. So I was only half correct here. The Destiny content vault was to make space and to allow for new stuff to come into the game, and for the opportunity for old stuff to be recycled back into Destiny 2. Again, it's really stupid. I just want to make sure that I got this more correct, if not fully correct. And again, if there's anything else I'm wrong about in the video, or you want to talk about it and discuss it, talk about it in the comments below. I'm completely open to it, especially arguing. I argue with my friends about some stuff in this game too, but yeah. I don't know how big Final Fantasy XIV is. And Warframe isn't even that big either. And even then, every Warframe update, they ask you if you want to trim space of unneeded data that they've optimized, which is awesome. They just don't want to optimize or something. Like, it's insane. Yeah, like, Warframe is very optimized. DE's even said, like, we keep a potato computer in our thing so we can make sure Warframe runs on it. Because not everyone has the same god-tier specs. Also, tons of assets are using. That is true. They just, I think they modify it in certain ways. Especially, like, because, the infection enemies, that kind of just corpus enemies modified. Same with the tech rot here. They're just kind of just corpus enemies. And bones. They also redo bones because some of these guys are the same bone structure as others. They share the infested bone set. That's where there's, like, only, like, a couple new enemies per thing because they just use the same bones and whatnot. It's just unfortunate because, like, I like Destiny. I just don't like what it's become, and I don't like that. Like, I love, dude, playing Destiny 1 again would be so nice. No one plays it though, so there's like no point in getting to a raid. Besides, well, getting the armor I want. I want the Wrath of the Machine armor on my Warlock, and I want the ornaments for it so bad. It looks so good. I've never done the how many raids are in D1? Fall to Glass, Scrota's End. Oh, I've never done the original version of... No, I have. I've done it up to a point. I think I got to Towers. Can't remember what it's called. King's Fall. I haven't done the full original King's Fall. I've done the new one. We got to, I think it was Towers in the original, and then, like, I was doing Towers fine, just with the people we kept getting sucked up. And then Wrath of the Machine I almost completed, except for the final encounter, and we just didn't complete it, and then we never got a group again. And I almost got the Outbreak perfected, but just didn't end up doing the quest fully. Like, I would love to play that game. It's still on my Xbox. On my Xbox I have gold, so I can play it online, which is stupid. And there's no way they're ever porting Destiny 1 over to PC. That's not happening. They had to make whole new servers and assets for keybinds. Like, Forsaken was just peak Destiny 2, and that's like end all be all. Like, they did so much good, and then they just kept doing so much bad, and it sucks because I really like, as I was saying earlier, playing the actual game is really fun. Shooting all the guns is really fun. I don't think I've never complained about shooting a gun in that game. All of it felt really good. The reason why I even started liking the game is because I was watching my next door neighbor play the game for a little bit with the hand cannon, The hand cannon was and is still my favorite weapon type in that entire game. And the abilities and just an add-on to that once I started learning more. Playing with like this passage, Gunslinger Warlock is still my favorite thing. Dawnblade was really cool, but it wasn't as awesome. Well of Radiance, I became a Radiance maid. Like, dude, I like Well of Radiance do that to enhance all of my guns. Hell yeah! And I could well skate too. I learned to well skate. I wanted to optimize that. And then it just became use the energy sword from Halo. Which the fact that my thing, they also put like Halo stuff in there, and I'm like, you know, you're not the original Bungie that made it. There's some of you that are still there, yes, but you don't own Halo anymore. I don't even know how you got away with that. We weren't even owned by Activision at that time, who is now with Xbox. So it's like, god damn, how did you get away with that? Like, yeah, give me the battle rifle. I'll use it. I don't like it. It's not my favorite Halo weapon, and I always think the battle rifle's a crutch. Like, I prefer fucking 1v1 with a DMR instead of a battle rifle all day, every day. DMR's my favorite thing. It's also because I grew up on SWAT in that game, so. In Living Dead, I love the shotgun in Halo Reach. It's so good. Halo 5 shotgun's really good too. I can't lie. Ooh, man, I can talk about this for so long. I didn't even realize another half hour has passed. Oh, another 40 minutes. But it's just like, I don't know. I also miss like the drip the Warlocks had in terms of trench coats and their helmets. Like, they kind of just became dresses, and I'm like, my favorite class kind of just turned into dress class, and it's just. I used to mean, like, I was like, yo, hunters are so cool. They have a hood, and they're hunters, yada yada yada. And then I was like, yeah, it's Warlock time. So I really haven't found a game with the gunplay. I don't think there ever will be. I mean, Marathon maybe, because it's Marathon's basically just Destiny 2 PvP, but the extraction shooter is not great. So there's that. And I'm not playing it. I don't think I want to. I don't even want to play extraction shooter anyway. Like, me and my friends, a couple of us tried Dark and Darker. And like, I was excited to play it at first, and then it was like limited classes, and like I didn't understand like certain shit on it. And then it's like, okay, well, not only do we not have like the gear in order to like successfully kill some PvE stuff efficiently in order to get more stuff to then extract, there are a bunch of people in here with that is already better than ours who are going to kill us. And it's like, at that point, why even try? Like, why try an extraction at that point? Like, obviously they're gonna give you stuff to start out, but it's like, if we're consistently getting people that are like geared to the nines and can clear pretty easily because they know the mechanics and everything, and then we struggle against like PvE things for a little bit, and like we come out scathed, or even like one of us dead or something, and then here comes the guys geared to the nines, and they're just killing us from a distance. Like, and then we try and go up to them, they're just immediately blasting our ass with armor, the armor that they have, and weapons that they have. It's like, I'm not having fun. Like, I'm gaining nothing, I'm losing everything, and I don't have a chance. It's like, it's just not fun. It's whatever. If people like it, want to be so hyper competitive for it, nice. I want to have an even playing field. And the PvP. That's true, depending on the game, I guess. I mean, my friend, who used to be hyper competitive in PvP, like, kind of doesn't play PvP games anymore unless he's playing with someone, and he will not 1v1 people anymore. And I'm like, you know that meme where it's like the I think it's like the guys from Star Wars is like, really, a man of your talents? The guy replies, it's a simple life. But instead of single player games, he's just moved on to PvE versions of PvP games. Yeah, when it comes to games like this, I can talk for so long because it's like, again, as I said, I'm passionate about it, and I cared a lot. I was like I was the one when people stopped, like, they were getting like, they didn't like Curse of Osiris, they didn't like Warmind. I was the one who kept playing it every day on all of my characters, slogging through it, and then everyone was like, yo, Forsaken's looking like really nice, and I'm like, I'm so hyped for it. I'm so happy. I went through all of that, and then it's like, now I'm just watching it get even worse. Like, I already knew its lows with Purpose of Osiris, but now I'm just watching it get worse than that. That's crazy. Like, how are we doing this? Like, me and, like, my bud next door were the only ones that were playing it, essentially. Huntley here came back in Forsaken and then left again. I think after Shadowkeep. We played Shadowkeep for a little bit. And, like, I stuck around till Beyond Lion, and yada 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 yada, blah 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 blah. Fucking, it's so stupid. I kind of had that thought. And now the final context or clarification of being happy that this happened. Essentially, I've been against Bungie for a while, and I kind of wanted, like, either A, them to realize their mistakes and the game get better, or B, realize how bad they fucked up and essentially either make the game better or get their comeuppance. And that's why I'm kind of happy about what happened, but not truly happy that it happened, because A, the game I liked is never coming back. B, a lot of people who had this as their favorite game now don't have anything to look forward to anymore. C, a lot of the stuff that they took out of the game is never coming back into the game. I could keep going D, E, and F, but I already talked about some of the stuff in this video. At the end of the day, this just sucks. I'm a little happy, but still a shitty situation. People lost their favorite game and whatnot. Who knows what's gonna happen to Bungie after this? They could get assimilated into Sony. They could just be outright sold or just disintegrated. If Marathon doesn't do well, then they're kind of screwed. Or even more layoffs after the layoffs that are about to happen are gonna happen. Regardless, if you watched the end of the video, thank you. I appreciate it. As always, like it if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, subscribe if you want, and take care of yourself.